Hello, welcome to our channel, Runaway Road Dogs. I'm Sierra, this is my husband Alan, and we travel the U.S. with our 4 dogs in our van. Today we are going to be talking about our experience so far with the Bluetti. We're going to have a little unboxing as well as our first impressions. So Alan was actually the one to unbox this. What were your first impressions of the Bluetti?
Well, I thought it was, when it arrived, like it wasn't like damaged at all. It seemed like it was packaged really nice. You even had like those hard cardboard on the corners so that the box wouldn't fold over and stuff like that. So that was the first thing, because I'd heard like a lot of complaints about like stuff, different other companies sending out stuff from overseas that's like all damaged and stuff. So it was nice to have it all good, no damage. You can also get compatible 350 watt solar panels that are actually Bluetti brand, so you know they'll work with it really well. A lot of people get solar panels and you have to find out if they're compatible. These are Bluetti brand and they're actually 350 watts, so you can get less of them and have more power output. So we like that. It has a 22 watt AC pure sine inverter inside of it, so that's actually more than the one that came in our van. That's really nice. It has 2,048 hours of lithium iron phosphate battery power, and that's plenty to run anything that we want. We run our coffee maker at the same time as our oven and stuff like that, so it's plenty for what we do. It gets 3,500 watt hours to 80%, which means that it goes through 3,500 from 100 to 0, and then once 3,500 is up, it still has 80% of its battery life. So it's not over then, it still has a lot of battery life, but that just shows you kind of how much efficiency you can get out of it.
It's supposed to last you a while. I think they say like 5 years.
Yeah, no, actually, the warranty's 5 years, but it's supposed to last you like up to 10 years.
Oh, really fun. Hi, Bailey. Thanks for joining us.
It's actually expandable to 8,192 watt hours. So they sell, they don't come with it, but they sell B300s, and what they are is it's external battery. And they're about this big, so they're even smaller than Bluetti, but they have about the same power. And so adding 2 of those actually triples your power, so without taking up a lot of space. So that was one of my favorite parts about this, was to get this size, and then you get the expandable battery packs to make it actually bigger than almost any battery pack you can get out there.
You're also able to like kind of test out what it came with, and then be able to add on later if we thought we needed more power. Exactly. Or if we were good.
So we started out with the Bluetti, and then we ordered the solar panels, and then now if we do need more power, we can order it. We don't have too much right off the bat, so yeah, you can.
We don't have to buy a whole separate console. We can just kind of add on solar panels to the one we already have.
Kind of build into what we need instead of overbuying and just having too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably one of the best things about it is there's 7 ways to recharge, including the AC, solar, the carport. You can actually charge it via another generator or another like a lead acid battery. You can do dual AC, so you can plug it in to two chargers, and you can actually get double the charging power. That's the fastest. Or also you can do AC and solar. That's my favorite if you can, because using the dual AC is pretty hard on the battery. It just charges a little too fast, and you can lose a little efficiency with it. But using the AC and the solar, you get really fast charging, but at the same time it's like it's more drip charging instead of just like full 2 AC chargers. It does have a maximum of 900 watts of solar, which is a lot, but some of them, I know some of them out there have over 1,000, but with this one, you can do 900, which actually is enough to run our air conditioner. So if we ever did, we get about 550 with R2, so if we ever decided to get up to 900, we could actually run our air conditioner via the sun, and that would be really cool, because that's one of the main reasons why we got the Bluetti. With 16 outlets, including an RV plug, and that's probably the main reason why we got this, is because we can actually plug our 30 amp into it without having to like dial it down to 110 amp or something like that, which can be a little bit more of a fire hazard. We can just plug the 30 amp right into it and run everything we need to. Now it can't run the AC, for like 8 to 12 hours. We're kind of at the 4 to 6 max right now. But if we add like a B300 or 2, like we could literally run that thing for 12 hours. And if we had 900 watts of solar, yeah, we'd pretty much be unstoppable with running that But that's the main reason why we got it, was because we can plug our RV right into it. And that's
most generators don't have an RV plug.
Yeah, right. Well, the gas ones do, like the big giant gas ones.
Right. Most solar generators.
Yeah, I don't think any other solar generators didn't have one.
Okay, so yeah, that's a key difference with Bluetti, is that they do have the RV plug. So that was kind of why
I may be wrong, and if I am, put it in the comments. I'll love that. But through my research, this was the only one that had the RV plug and was powerful enough to actually power it. So.
And that was going to be my next thing. Was Alan did a lot of research on this. He told me a lot through his research, but he was really the one that backed up the research on this. So it having the RV plug was a huge reason for going with the Bluetti. What were maybe a few other reasons why you chose Bluetti?
The Bluetti, I really like that they have like an app that you can monitor it completely through. Like sometimes when you kind of have to get on it uses the battery even more every time you click that screen. So not only does it use the battery, but it's kind of hard to see in the sun and stuff. So the fact that you can use the app right on your phone via Bluetooth, it makes it really cool to be able to see that.
Yeah, you'll see some footage of that. You can see directly how much watts it's pulling in, how much it's using. You can see everything.
You can even turn it on and off via the app. So it's really nice, really cool. Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things that's really cool too is just using less of a footprint. The solar generator, like it says, uses the sun. It uses something that's natural. Obviously, like you use gas or diesel or that stuff, it's not only going to cost money, but it's putting more carbon and all that stuff out into the atmosphere, stuff like that. So I think we want to use less of a footprint. And
also why having the AC plug was so huge for us was because then we could plug our van directly into it, which then runs our AC to keep these guys nice and cool, make sure the van is always temperature controlled. So that was a huge component into why we chose Bluetti specifically with the RV plug. Yeah,
and we even have a gas generator, or diesel generator built into our RV, but we wanted, like she said, the ability to at any point to kind of power that AC up, cool it down, whatever we need to do, and do it with less of a carbon footprint. So yeah, I think that's the best way.
Using energy from the sun is super cool.
And a lot quieter too.
Yeah.
Almost silent, which Bentley loves.
Yes, he's also very noise sensitive, so he's not a big fan of the generator. It doesn't bother him too much, but he definitely prefers the solar generator.
As you can see, it's completely dead. If I bring my phone, I actually have an app on there that I can use. If I back out of here, it says it's not connected, and then direct connect, and that will link up, and there you can see it says 0. It's approximately 12:30, and we're going to see how long this thing takes to get to 100%. So we got that plugged in, and then we go check the app, and it will take a second to pop up, but you can see there's 466 watts just from the sun. That's pretty good. It's a little bit cloudy today, so we're not over 500, but 465 will do the job. So like I said, it's about 12:40. We'll check out what time it is when we get done.
But if you do have a Bluetti and you're having trouble getting it to show the PV watts right here, like the DC incoming from the solar, just jump in the settings right here and make sure that this DC input source is switched to PV. If that's on others, then you will not get the solar to show up. So make sure that's put to PV before you plug in your solar panels, and then you'll be good to go. So I noticed that we're only getting 61 watts, and that's not very good. So let's go check out, see what's going on. So as you can see, the panels are about half shaded, and so the sun has changed a little bit, so I'm gonna move them over here, and then we should be good for the rest of the evening. Alright, now we'll take a look again. After moving them, you can see I moved them over there, and now we're getting 472, actually 475, actually, so higher than we were actually earlier today. So sometimes you gotta move them, but that's what makes it great about having a portable unit. You can move them wherever you want, utilize the sun all day. We only got the 44%, but that's because can see it started raining really bad. The weather got really bad.
And then was there anything that you didn't like or wish was different?
Really, the only thing is it's very it's technology. It's a lot of technology, so it's the customer support wasn't very well. So if you didn't know how something worked or what to do, you couldn't get a hold of them. But actually, like I found on Reddit and like even on Facebook, there's a big community for it, and like you can ask them any questions and they'll answer them. And I've learned so much through it that like if you have any questions about anything Bluetti or anything, feel free to comment or send us a DM to our Instagram, and we'll be happy to help you out. But that's probably the only bad thing is like the customer service, but it's such a good product that once you figure it out, it works pretty well. So
cool. Yeah, gotta love Reddit, and like you said, we're here to help you as well. Thanks so much for joining us today and watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps support our channel, and we'll see you in the next one. I was just snoozing the whole time.